understand what is it that Web 3.0 is introducing. And this is something that you should possibly write down in your books, is that Web 3.0 guarantees user privacy and free speech, right? Hello, everyone, and welcome to this next session on GK and current affairs. And today's topic is going to be something very, very interesting. This is more so because it's very much relatable to all our lives. We're talking about Web 3.0. We've had similar versions in the past, and there have been some differences which we'll try and cover in this particular video. Additionally, we will also be looking at the pros and cons. We'll be trying to understand this entire topic in as much depth as possible. It's going to be important for you guys to ensure कि आप आपकी books साथ में रख रहे हैं and you're making notes at all the relevant points, because otherwise it can get a little confusing when you're trying to mug up multiple topics, and when it comes to your group discussions you may lose out on crucial information. So let that not be the case. And without further ado, let's jump into the topic. So we have this really cool image here which talks about Web 3.0, right? Let's move on. Okay, so iske pehle, before the introduction of Web 3.0, we had two different versions, which was Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, right? So let's just understand the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. राइट सो वेब 1.0 जो है वो इन द ईयर 1991 में डेवलप हुआ था. इट कंसिस्टेड ऑफ ओनली स्टैटिक वेबसाइट्स, राइट. कंटेंट वाज ओनली स्पेसिफिक टू फ्यू ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. जो अभी हम देख रहे हैं देयर आर मल्टीपल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस कमिंग अप विद कंटेंट. बैक देन इट वाज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू ओनली फ्यू ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. Majority of the people can only read the content. They cannot edit or copy the content. And the overall communication form was one way, right? In Web 2.0, which was developed back in 2004, there were some changes being made. What were these changes? Majority of people can read as well as write the content. This was sort of the growth era for bloggers, for websites to have their own content put in, right? Blogs and comments could be added, and there was a way for two-way communication to come into the picture. With that, now that we've seen the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, let's understand what is it that Web 3.0 is introducing. It has a decentralized web. Information does not lie in the hands of large organizations. A small organization, individuals, all can have the information shared. Content cannot be regulated by large corporates, and peer-to-peer infrastructure is also possible. Okay, so Web 3.0, one of the most crucial parts, and this is something that you should possibly write down in your books, is that Web 3.0 guarantees user privacy and free speech, right? So user privacy and free speech जो बहुत ज़्यादा important है in this day and age. That is something that Web 3.0 guarantees you. Why exactly do we need user privacy? Is because in the recent past, we've seen a lot of data, personal data of users being shared on multiple websites, and that is something against the law, right? Against the user norms. Hence, privacy is of utmost importance. Free speech, especially because we are living in a country like India, individuals must get a chance to express their opinions, and free speech hence should not be something that you are devoid of, right? So keeping that in mind, Web 3.0 guarantees user privacy and free speech. Okay, so there are three major technologies that Web 3.0 utilizes, and all of these three I would suggest you need to read in detail to be able to answer any questions surrounding them. The first one, very important, blockchain technology. Number two, not that new but very important, artificial intelligence. And lastly, IoT, that is Internet of Things. I strongly recommend you guys to go ahead and read up on each of these, because ये individually भी तुम्हें questions पूछ सकते हैं around these three things. So very important that you have your base correct for these. Okay, Now, because I've asked you guys to read up a little more on it, of course, it's going to be important to have a base of what it is, right? So let's first look at blockchain technology. What exactly is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology में क्या हो रहा है? It consists of immutable ledger that helps to record transactions and tracking assets, right? It is used to track transactions and record transactions and tracking assets. Provides greater security by storing data on a decentralized network. Now, a decentralized network is wherein the power does not rest with only a few set of people, right? Okay, let's move on to the next technology. The next technology that is used in Web 3.0 is artificial intelligence, one of the very, very developed and more so progressing technologies in today's day and age. Artificial intelligence में क्या हो रहा है? Basically, it involves development of systems that are going to be capable of performing multiple tasks which require human intelligence. So what they are trying to do is that human intelligence को sideline करके they're going to put in artificial intelligence which can speed up the process, ensure more accuracy, everything comes into the picture, right? Next, for example, image analysis, speech recognition, translation between languages, all of this can be done through AI operated systems. And we've seen a lot of companies these days who are adopting AI on a very regular basis, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to automate systems, they're trying to introduce AI so that there is lesser and lesser problems or lesser and lesser issues being created when in case of a human touch or a human involvement there can be mistakes made. AI totally eliminates these mistakes. Lastly, the other technology that web 3.0 uses is internet of things, that is IoT. IoT में क्या हो रहा है? It involves connecting various devices through the internet and also enables various devices to send and receive data, right? So that's it for this particular video. I hope you guys have had a basic understanding of what web 3.0 is. Keep your own perspectives, keep your own thoughts ready in your book, because if in case this particular topic is asked to you guys, you need to have multiple points to talk about. All right, all the very best.